Welcome back. Today we're joined by Ryan Jones with Edward Jones. Ryan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Mary. How are we doing today?
Of course, doing great, doing great. And today our topic is start moving toward retirement security because, and I didn't know this until today, so I bet a lot of people out there don't know, it's National Retirement Security Week. It's the time to look at your retirement and make sure you're setting yourself up for success when that time gets there. So Ryan, starting us off, what steps can we take to make sure we're secure and we're comfortable in our retirement?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two steps that people need to actually consider pretty high up there. One is longevity. People are living longer, medical advances. So planning to live 2 to 3 decades into retirement, if you're a 65-year-old male, you can plan on 20 years. If you're a 65-year-old female, you can plan up to 22 years. So it's a common thing. People, I won't be here. I won't be there. You should definitely plan on being here and definitely make sure you have the right amount of assets put in place.
Yeah, for sure. So that's at least, on average, at least 20 years of your life that you are trying to account for. So it's very important. And what was that other one?
Oh, the other one is actually a healthcare cost. So a lot of people believe that Medicare will cover it. They're transitioned over. Well, most people can anticipate $4,500 to $6,500 a year in annual expenditures just to pay their Medicare bills. So definitely plan to make sure you have enough there, and also looking at long-term care. People, that's not even included in that cost right there monthly. So.
Wow, so 4,500 to 6,500 a year generally, and so yeah, you want to make sure to plan for sizable healthcare cost in your retirement budget. You can't have too much because that can come back later. So making sure you have enough is good. What else should we be looking at?
Well, right now, in the accumulation years, or people are planning for retirement, make sure if you have a way to contribute an employer-sponsored plan that you're putting as much money as you can away there. There's also traditional IRAs and Roths out there that help people put money away for the future. So definitely make sure you're maximizing those out. Another thing you want to look at is actually maintaining an appropriate investment mix. So that's, life events as you get older, people try to go more fixed income, which is great, but when you're doing that, you have lower chance of returning your money or lower interest return. So we want you to have some type of equity involvement where you actually play in the market, and at least 20% of your assets need to be there to keep up with inflation or cost of living, just annualized.
Right, of course, because of course you're not having that that income coming from a job at that point, so that's where a lot of that can come from. So making sure you're contributing to your retirement plan, that's something I can do right now, and if you're younger, that's a great first step. And maintaining an appropriate investment mix. What should we be thinking about when it comes to withdrawal rates, Ryan?
Well, the average withdrawal rate's right around 4%. The plan is that you want to take more money out than you need to, as far as taxes go and just longevity wise. So if you're pulling out 10% a year, you can deplete your funds pretty quickly. So find something that meets your what's suitable for your living and what you can actually plan for. I mean, obviously there's years that you might have to take a little bit more or a little less, but 4% is a good place to start. And obviously life events may change that, but be consistent with what you're withdrawing.
Okay, awesome. And this is definitely a lot to think about. So how can people get in contact with you, Ryan, to discuss retirement plans and things like that?
Yeah, my office is right off Frederick Avenue behind the Chamber of Commerce. Phone number is 816-279-1689. But there's a lot of other Jones offices in town. We're all here to help, and we definitely want to make sure people are planning correctly for retirement. So.
Right, of course. Well, Ryan Jones with Edward Jones. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us, giving us this information. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Mary. Appreciate you.